Good morning, people. I just landed in your town.
Oh, welcome back if you've been here before. If you're new, this is
Hashtag Just Sayin'.
And while we're prostituting ourselves, as we always do, be sure to like, share, and subscribe. You hit the notification bell like it owes you money.
Ding.
It'll let you know when we upload new stuff.
Woo!
You watch First 40 on the YouTubes. Listen, we're streaming things. Stream wherever that may be. That's still going. That's not good. And we're on the TikTok at hashtag Just Sayin', all one word. You can check out the pre-show banter and Trivia Tuesdays. Prostitution over.
Right. Yeah, hold out.
Oh.
What's up, Daryl? I'm doing a tribute, sort of. Last weekend, Daryl Strawberry, who played on the New York Mets in the 80s, just had his number retired.
Nice.
He was one of my favorites when I was a kid.
You still alive?
Yeah.
Oh. I learn something new every day.
He was one of my favorites as a kid. So I'm doing a little tribute. Nice. I know Daryl's never going to see our show.
You never know.
You never know who's watching. So if anybody has connections to Daryl, lead him this way. Let him see.
Yeah.
Let him see.
They made fun of him on Simpsons. Remember that?
Daryl.
He's
Yeah.
like crying.
Kids, that doesn't affect him.
No,
Oh,
it doesn't.
who's that?
Everybody in Shea Stadium was doing that.
Was that Boggs? I told you to shave those sideburns. And
Oh,
he's
Mattingly.
like, Mattingly, yeah. He shaves the whole side of his head, and he's like, "What do you want?" But anyway.
So,
Oh,
Congrats,
Remember the
Daryl.
song?
yeah.
Something in the straw.
Baseball.
All right.
Gentlemen.
How's everybody?
Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
You had a good week?
Yeah, kinda. No, I
Explain
started.
how.
I mean, Daisy had a bad week, which translates into me having kind of a shitty week. But and it's like she was great yesterday, and I was like, oh, great, she's great. And then this morning she's shit, so I'm like, no, I can't win for winning.
Oh, well.
But I started like a I don't know why I ended up doing it, but I did. A personal TikTok thing is hashtag Merkel, I think it is.
All right.
And I post like a minute.
I follow you.
A minute to 2 minute of like old retro video games.
Yeah.
And I posted the other day the old. I don't know if anybody's ever played. I know you did because you commented, but the old Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle game for the NES. You ever play that? No?
Underwater trying to get the bombs.
Defuse
the bombs.
I got
could
more
never beat that level.
I got more fucking comments about that. People like, oh my god, that was so hard.
Yes, it was.
I said, yes, it was.
that still is.
And today I posted, I think it's from 1985, the Paperboy game.
I used to love that.
Oh.
They made a sequel.
Did they now?
Paperboy 2.
Oh, Electric Boogaloo?
I guess.
I may have to check that out.
Is that game
although
beatable, or does it just keep going? Like,
I tell you, I think you go a full week and then the game ends. I made it to Friday.
ooh,
One time.
yeah. Oh, the dogs
And
after you.
I made
Everything's out there.
I made it all the way to Friday, and I was so excited, and then I fucking died, and I was like, on a Friday to have that happen.
No. It's payday.
But Joe, I posted it, and then Joe's like, "That was the first job I ever had."
Yeah.
He's like, "I got bit by a dog."
I did.
You got bit by a dog?
Yeah.
Whose dog was it?
Well, my customer's dogs.
Oh, I thought you might have
They
known it
ran
was
up
like a
to me and
neighbor.
like, oh, hi. And all of a sudden, like, ah. I'm like, oh, shit. I'm like, whoa.
Hi. That's awful.
Drew blood. I'm like, no.
Ooh, did you get tetanus?
No, I just cleaned it up and like
It was
put
the
in.
80s. We you just put a little iodine on it.
He had a moment like in the movie
Robot
Elf.
tested.
In the movie Elf.
When
when he's
Buddy
like,
sees the raccoon, You need a hug.
That's awful.
Is there sugar and syrup? Then yes. I love syrup. You
Oh,
put syrup on pasta, but then some people put ketchup on pasta.
Oh, it's so warm inside.
love syrup. Love it. Yeah. Jesus. Oh,
Anyways.
yeah. I was pissed off because I posted it, and it's almost 2 minutes because I wanted to make it all the way to the end of the obstacle course.
And the end of the first day?
Yeah, and I made it all the way to Monday, and then I cut it. And TikTok was like, oh, because you only get like a minute, maybe a minute, just like less than a minute and a half of music. And then they're like, too much music. Too much.
You could have just muted it.
That's all you get.
Well, I mean, I could have, but
Or like turn it down.
that would have sucked. Because, I mean,
Turn it down. Put your own on.
well, I just put in some generic video game music that they had, so they'll be happy. So it starts out with the music of the game, and then it, for like, you know, 45 seconds, it's some shitty random video game music. But I didn't want to just make it a mute video because I like when the papers get thrown and they smash the windows. And you hear the
sounds?
yeah. You hear the that and when he skids, like when you hit the brakes, it goes.
So like, doesn't it hurt your score though? When you hit when you break the windows?
Oh yeah, it does.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You're supposed to get on either the porch or the mailbox.
But at
Yeah.
times it helps your subscribers, doesn't it?
The
The ones that aren't subscribed, if you throw it in the window, they end up being a customer.
that I don't know, but if they are a customer
That's
and
what
you,
the angry video game nerd said.
I'm not going to argue with that individual, but I can tell you that if they are a subscriber and you break something, they will be a non-subscriber going forward,
Yeah.
and you will have to woo them and win them back.
Woo. How do you
You know,
woo?
well, you pitch a little woo, and they'll come
When you
back.
woo, woo, woo. And you woo, woo, woo.
Exactly. Little Jeffrey Osborne, and they'll be back to you. On the wings of love.
Where are we?
And this is just some random.
It's like the Max.
I don't know what it is. It's
For those of you who
just
don't know, it was from Saved by the Bell.
Okay.
It's like the Max burger joint or Spencer Gifts.
This is the back
Or
room.
was it Hot Topic?
The back room of Spencer Gifts. Yeah.
You got
I
some?
don't-
Got some out back? Yeah, I got the
don't
guys
know.
that pull
I-
down his pants. Remember those things?
The Moonies.
Yeah.
Moonies.
Jesus. I just wanted something neon and 80-ish, so I just.
I want one of those just to have it right here and and have him drop his pants.
That'll be fun.
Yeah. And the fart machine.
I actually looked it up before, like a few months ago, and I think people wanted like $40 or something.
No, for a little Mooney guy.
Yeah.
Probably cost $10 back then.
It's only as tall as from here to here.
I don't
Called
think.
inflation.
I don't think they were that expensive. Maybe 20. Not more than 20. I can't see more than 20.
Maybe like 15 to 20
Anyway.
when they came out. Now, because they're so old, people think they're so, worth the
Yeah.
money. Well, this has to be $40. This has to be $60. That's eBay.
Yeah, I was talking to
Plus
somebody. I was talking to somebody on Reddit because they had like a signed Jimmy Buffett thing, and they were like, "How do I get it appraised? Like, what is it worth?" And I said, "It's worth whatever somebody's willing to pay you for it." like you could sit there and say, "I want $300
This
for
dollar is worth $3.
Yeah, I mean, you could sit there and say, "I want $300 for it," but somebody might not want to pay $300 for it. You got to find somebody willing to pay that. It's like I've been trying to get a I don't know if anybody remembers that 80s. It was an 80s. I want to call it a plush, but he wasn't really. It was like a big thing, and it was called My Pet Monster.
Yeah. Had
Like,
shackles.
I had one when I was a kid, and he got thrown away in a basement clean out.
No,
My heart's been empty ever since.
Mom.
But
Or was it Bob? Bob.
you know what? I could go either way. Either way. My mom doesn't go in the basement often, though, so this one might be a dad thing.
Oh.
But, I mean, I've been trying to get one on eBay for years.
Yeah.
And they're like $300-400.
Damn.
And I'm like, I want one, but
Maybe
not,
Santa Claus will bring you one.
but not for $300 or $400.
That's without the handcuffs or with broken handcuffs.
Doesn't have like a cage, like it's like a jail, like a little jail cell.
No, well, he actually comes with 2 sets of handcuffs. His feet are handcuffed and his arms are handcuffed.
Yeah, but wasn't a box like a simulated like
Well, the box
like
might
a
have
jail
been.
cell? Like I'm breaking out.
The box might have been. I don't remember the box art for it. I mean, you're talking like 40 years ago.
Yeah.
So far, 4 people want like $35-40 for it.
We're talking the Mooney thing, right?
Yeah.
I thought so.
There's one that they want just
We've moved on
$29.99.
from that.
29. That's not that bad.
Nice.
Don't try to make an offer. You won't get.
Oh,
you won't get
$50.
by, Oh, geez, Lord.
Mm-hmm.
Breaking the bank.
Yeah.
Just because it's from the 80s, we're gonna charge this much.
Nostalgia costs money.
Apparently. It's only worth what like
Like old cars are like jacking in prices. Damn.
you gotta find somebody willing to pay that. Yeah, like a year or so ago,
Mhm.
I wanted to go. I was on Facebook Marketplace.
Yeah.
And I was looking for because I had about 3 or 4 1980 between 84 and 89 Mustang.
Ooh.
Right? That was my year range.
Fox body.
Yeah, it was the box body, and I had a beige one, a white one, and a red one.
Oh.
And I wanted to get one just to just to have to like tool around in, not for serious driving, but just a cruiser.
Go out for ice cream.
Yeah, well, maybe not
So
ice
the-
cream. No, not eating soft serve in my
No,
car.
you don't have to. You can drive there and eat there. Go to Joyful Scoops.
the joyful scoop.
I've never been there. I drive by it every week, but
I
I've never,
drive by it every week
I've
too.
never been there. Is it any good?
A friend of mine's been there and said it's pretty good. I think they get their ice cream from a Acushnet.
No.
There's an Acushnet dairy somewhere.
No, okay.
But
Local.
local.
Local dairy.
But they people want like $5,000, $6,000, $10,000. I'm like, really for an
$1,
80
Bob.
for an 85 Mustang? Like, and not even like it's not even like a Shelby. It's not even.
Yeah.
It's
a
just.
GT.
It's not a GT. It's
Yeah.
just a shitty little
It's
Mustang.
the LX.
Yeah.
It's the luxury.
$1.
So I'm like, and I said if I ever found one, that was just like under, like I'd pay like $500 for it, and I think that's about the extent.
People want to that's an insult.
They probably
This car's
are.
been with me since the beginning.
I understand that. But
Imagine buying it brand new and like still having it today. That'd be like, damn.
You'd have to.
Garage kept
Yeah, you'd have to take wicked
with
care
a
of
cover.
Rub it with a diaper.
it. It's just, it's not. I
We'll
mean,
drive home backwards.
like I said, I want it, but not a few $1,000s worth. That's not worth it.
Get a little Lego one.
A little Lego one. Get out of town.
Cut it out.
I just keep tooling around in my Subi.
Souped up Subi.
My Subi.
How is the Subi?
That is an epic tale.
Ooh.
I didn't want to occupy the whole beginning,
All right.
so I thought I'd
I'll
pepper
say-
it. I'd
I'll talk
pepper
about
it
some
in
stuff,
later,
then we can circle back.
if you wish.
I watched the Robert Durst movie that they made.
Oh
with
yeah,
Ryan Gosling.
I didn't know there
It's
was
called
a movie.
All Good Things.
Yeah.
It's actually pretty good. But they changed the name. Like instead of his name being Robert, his name was David.
Oh,
And
that's silly.
Yeah, because I guess legal reasons. But it's a pretty good movie.
That's how you skirt a lawsuit.
That's right.
Like changing
His name
Bruce
is
Banner
David
to
now.
David Banner.
I
It's really good though.
I finished the documentary.
Yeah.
I mean, I
12
knew
episodes.
I knew how it was gonna end, but I
Right.
was like, let's see this through.
Right.
It was good. Don't sit there and tell me his wife didn't marry him just for his money.
Right.
She even kind of admitted that. She's like, may not have loved him.
I loved his wallet.
Yeah, I mean, he funded her businesses and shit. And then stopped taking his fucking phone call. I was laughing. He's calling her from
Call
prison.
from Bob. Hello.
He's calling her from prison. And he's like, Kathy.
Is anybody there?
He's like, Kathy's not home, son.
Daddy, guilty man.
She is out with her. And she had a betrothed. She had a guy. Yeah, she had a guy.
I got a man.
On the side and the front. Because it was like, you know, he knew about Robert, but I'm not sure Robert knew about him.
Nope.
I was like, oof.
Trying to remember who sang that song.
What?
I got a man.
That's Positive K.
Thanks.
Ah.
That would have bothered me this whole
You're
show.
welcome.
How long you had that problem?
I have that cassette.
Whoa. You were like, what's a
man got to
cassette?
do-
I
with
know.
me.
All the kids are like, what? Yeah.
Cassettes?
The hell are those?
Used a pencil.
I was going to say, get me a pencil. I need to rewind this cassette.
My player ate it.
No.
So the new Bad Boys movie came out today, and I have no plans of seeing it.
You mean is this the Will Smith, Martin Lawrence film?
Yeah, Bad Boys. Bad Boys Ride
son
or
of a
Die.
gun.
Came out today.
Oh, well, I guess I'm not a ride or die.
I guess not.
The second one was the last one I saw.
I don't even know if I saw the second one. I know I saw the first one.
Yeah.
That's all I got.
I think the plot of this one has to do with the captain.
Has to do with what?
The captain.
The captain.
It's always the same plot. Like Fast and Furious. Like, we got to take down these drug dealers.
Oh, gosh.
Wish they stopped doing those. Were they on 10 now?
So hopefully
11?
this will be the last one for
When does
Bad Boys.
when does the Beverly Hills Cop one come out?
I just know it's the summer. They haven't said anything yet. It's supposed to be on Netflix.
Well, we are quickly approaching the beginning of summer.
Yeah.
So hopefully in the next couple months. I did find out
Maybe next month.
that Andrew McCarthy documentary is coming out June 13th.
Ooh.
Weekend of Berries.
It's like next week.
Yeah.
Nice.
So I'm definitely gonna try to find a way to watch that.
Now, that's coming on what, Apple TV or something?
I think it's Hulu.
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 Hula hoop.
Why do we want a hula hoop?
Cause he wanted one.
He was too small for a hula hoop.
He didn't even have a waist.
I know.
Put a belt on it, it would just fall right to the thing.
Dude.
Do-do-do-do.
All right, what else I got here?
I
Mike
do not know.
Tyson
Oh boy.
postponed his fight with Jake Paul because he had a medical emergency.
Oh.
So now Jake Paul's got a different opponent instead of Mike Tyson. So he got lucky because Mike Tyson would have whooped his ass.
I was really hoping Mike Tyson was gonna whoop his backside.
'Cause I hate that guy.
As do I. So who's the new opponent then?
I don't know.
You don't know? No, I'm not.
They said the name, but I don't know.
I'm not
I don't
fluent
know-
in the
I don't-
boxing
yeah, me
world
neither.
either.
I know
So.
Floyd
Is
Mayweather.
Is it Glass Joe or
I think it's Soda Popinski.
Soda Popinski or
Maybe it was
King Hippo?
What was the other dude?
Glass, what was it? Something Tiger? He's like, yeah.
Glass Tiger. Bald Bull. All right.
July 3rd.
July 3rd.
July
Hey.
3rd. Oh, the
Ooh.
Beverly Hills Cop thing?
Yep.
Now we know.
It's like a Wednesday.
Is it?
Yeah, because like the 4th is like a Thursday.
Wait, no.
Because the 8th is
That's
a
a
Monday.
Tuesday.
Yeah.
4th is a Wednesday because I have it off.
I do too.
Wow.
I know.
They give you the 4th?
I
How
have
nice.
Hold
one.
on.
I have the 4th and the 5th.
The 3rd's a Wednesday. I'm looking at it right here in my calendar. The 4th is a Thursday. 'Cause the 8th is
Let me check this calendar.
Oh, gosh, golly.
Anyway, you got it off.
I don't have to get up. That's all I care about.
All right. I think my coworker's got to change the calendar.
Okay then.
Yep. All right. So
Let's
Wednesday.
see what else I got.
Oh, Joe.
Let's see. Oh, I watched the Acolyte today. The the Star Wars series that came out on
And
Disney Plus. It was actually pretty good.
was it now?
Yes.
Huh.
They released 2 episodes, but each week they're going to do a new one. Ooh. Yeah.
It surprises me that it was good.
Yeah. Now, like the time frame, this takes place approximately
Approximately.
100 years before Episode 1 with the Phantom Menace. So, like, it's like
So it's the past, but it's the future.
apparently. Yeah. It's really good though. Like,
Don't you love trying to put
Like,
these
I'm
new
trying to,
ones
like-
in the timelines?
I can't do it. So, is there? Okay, let me
Right, there it is.
inquire this way.
All right, what's up?
Is there anybody in the episode that you've seen that I would be like, oh, like, is there anybody we're gonna recognize, or these new people?
Kind of new people, but like someone like droids you recognize. Like, remember that little? He had no like arms, just legs popping around. He was like a square
Oh yeah,
thing.
He was-
Like
he
a
was-
sparrow?
There was
he
a
was
there
on
was a
the Death
Wookiee,
Star, yeah.
but it wasn't Chewbacca. It was like a different Wookiee, like a dad Wookiee. I don't know.
A dad Wookiee.
Cousin Wookiee. I don't know. Yeah, it was good though.
okay.
Well, around that
And
time,
one of the guys
Chewie
had like
to be young.
a yellow lightsaber. I was like, ooh, yellow. That was different. I was like,
Yellow.
so yeah, Acolyte. On
My
Disney
saber
Plus.
looks like pee.
Disney,
Ah.
Disney Plus.
Why yellow? I don't know.
I mean,
Well, all the
there
good
were still
colors
guys
are
with
taken
greens
already.
and reds and blues, but I mean, this one guy, he had the yellow one. He was a good guy. He was a Jedi.
I found out a fact I didn't know about stormtroopers recently.
They,
They
always
can't
miss.
shoot.
Well, we knew that. They still can't.
What's that?
You know that round thing that's on the back of them, on the waist?
Yeah,
Originally, that was supposed to be lightsabers for them.
really?
Oh,
I think they're supposed to be white.
That's a fun fact.
Yeah, they was originally going to have lightsabers, but they did away with that idea.
they just gave them those shitty guns they can't shoot.
Yeah.
Maybe they'd have been more proficient with the lightsabers.
Maybe.
Maybe they'd actually got somebody.
Maybe.
Actually, I shouldn't say that. They got an Ewok. Oh,
Oh,
no. Well, no, that was the big thing.
yeah.
The chicken walker thing.
Yeah, the weird thing walking through the. Yeah, they didn't even get him. Jeez, I was giving him credit. They didn't
Wasn't
deserve.
that dude? What's his name? In Willow. He was an Ewok.
Warwick Davis?
Yeah,
he was the Ewok.
Yep.
Nice.
He's wicked.
You asked me that in the questions.
I got a Star
Warwick
Wars one.
Davis.
If you want to do that one next time.
Oh boy,
All Star Wars.
I don't know.
It's easy ones.
I can get
Wow.
extra credit.
Can get extra.
Kenny Baker was originally going to do that.
Yeah.
That Ewok.
Oh really?
But he had come down with food poisoning.
No.
So he was so sick he couldn't play Wicked.
Ah,
That's nasty.
So 11-year-old Warwick Davis came in.
He was only 11.
I believe so, yes.
That's crazy.
damn. All right then.
I thought he was older.
He looked.
All right. Let's hear your tale from your
Oh boy,
from your
let's see.
Subi.
He's
Okay.
dying to hear this.
So Friday night.
All right. After we left.
After you left, I was actually laying in bed and I was about to put my phone on sleep, and my nephew texted me and he goes, "Okay, sorry for the delay." He was waiting to find out if he could use his girlfriend's father's garage.
Oh, for the lift.
No, there's no lift, just a garage to work in.
Oh, okay. In case it rained.
So he's like, you know, they said I could, so meet me here, and he gave me the address. It's in Hanover.
All right.
So I said, okay. And he said, be here around this time. I was supposed to be there at like, he said between 9:30 and 10.
Okay.
Matter of fact, I think I showed up at like 9:45. I was like,
Ooh.
here I am.
Perfect.
So I drive down there. I show up. I text him. He eventually comes out.
I'm here.
And he opens up the garage.
Yep.
And there was a vehicle in it, so he moves the vehicle, puts my car in there. Jack it up. Everything so far, perfect.
Until
Jacks it up. Just kind of looking around, and then he goes, he gets the blowtorch situated.
Ooh.
And then he goes, before I run the blowtorch, I should get the hose ready in case something happens.
Right.
So safety first, I'm all for that. So he gets
Little
the,
fire extinguisher.
he figures out, I mean, it took him 10 minutes to find the hose.
Right.
So we find the hose. So he lays some cardboard down, and then I talked to him about, because I also need coolant pipes. So he goes, while I'm under your car, I'll try to see like how bad the coolant pipe is. He goes, if we have enough time, maybe I can fix that too.
Nice.
I'm like, great. So he crawls under the car and he lights the blowtorch.
Yeah.
Has a little headlamp light on, like when we used to do
Spelunking.
when we
Oh,
used to
videos?
do urban exploration. He's got the little headlamp light on.
I miss doing that.
His was bright. I was
Cave
like, Jesus.
diving.
So he's under the car and he's and he kind of, well, first he looks over at it and he goes, "This is really bad." And I said, "Yeah, and that's why you're fixing it." And he's like, "I didn't know how bad this was. This is really bad." And I said, "Okay, I'm happy we're fixing it." So now he's got the blowtorch going,
Ooh, excuse
and
me.
he grabs the wrench and he's trying to get the bolt off. And it's maybe 4 or 5 minutes, and then I hear, "Shit." Yeah.
What happened?
You don't want to hear
And
that.
I'm like, and he sets the blowtorch down, shuts it off, and he's just staring. And I'm like, I don't want to interrupt because maybe he's thinking. So I'm like, eventually I kind of look over. I'm like, everything good? So he looks, because he's laying down, he looks back at me. And he goes,
No.
do you remember a couple weeks ago when I told you something that could happen with the bolt that I didn't want to happen?
Strip.
And I was like, no, but continue.
Well, it happened.
He goes, yeah, it happened. And I went, fuck. What had happened is in blowtorching it and trying to get the bolt off, he snapped the head of the bolt.
Ooh.
So now it's just in there. Right?
Stuck in there. Yeah.
Yeah. So he gets up and he goes, well, let me call my friend.
Another
And-
friend.
Yeah.
Friend
and
of a
see,
friend.
And see if he can help me.
Yeah.
He goes, he might be at work. So I'm like, what? So he walks
Who works
away.
on a Saturday?
I know. He walks away and he comes back and he goes, he's at work, but he says if he gets out of work when he's supposed to,
That never happens.
I'll bring the car to, yeah. Oh, yeah. It's a tale of woe. I'll bring the car to him. We'll fix it, and I'll get it back to you. And I was like, okay. And he goes, if not, if he can't do it tonight, he's definitely going to help me tomorrow morning. And I'm like, oh, I don't like the sound of this at all.
It's a 3-day job.
So I was like, okay. And then he looks at me and he goes, I mean, you can drive it. And I went, what? And he goes, well, you can drive it. He goes, I wouldn't take it on the highway, but you can drive it. And I looked at him and I said, let me ask you a question. I was like, that bolt that the thing snapped off, I was like, what does that go to?
Control
What does
arm.
it do? And he goes, well, it holds the ball joint and the something else. And I went, yeah, I'm not driving this. I said, we're going to take a $700 problem, which is how much the dealership was going to charge me to do the control arms. $700-800 problem. I was like, and we're going to create a several $1,000 problem. I was like, because I'm not driving it home and having the ball joint go or whatever. I don't know. No. I said, plus, if your friend can fix it today, that saves me from having to come all the way back here.
Right.
Yes.
So he's like, yeah, all right. And I said, so,
I guess we can make that.
yeah. So he's like, okay. I mean, I get it. So I said, well, how would you like me to get home? Because I left my flying carpet.
Yeah. Yeah, thumb.
Yeah. And he goes, I'll drive you home. So he takes my car, puts everything away, puts the wheel back on.
Yeah.
Jack, undoes the jack. Takes my car, backs it out of the driveway. Backs it out of the garage, down the driveway. Now they have this is a big house. They have a big-ass driveway, long-ass driveway.
Damn.
Goes back down the driveway, parks it on the fucking street, and comes back up and's like, I'm going to go get my keys. I'll be right back. And I'm sitting there thinking, why is my car on the street? I mean, you could fit 20 cars in this driveway. Why am I designated to the road? So he comes back, he drives me home, and he's like, I'll let you know. So I'm like, okay. So I'm waiting and waiting and waiting. I'm surprised that's the first time my doorbell's gone off. I'm waiting and waiting and waiting, and I didn't hear from him.
Visitor.
So I finally text him. So I finally texted him at like 5, 6 o'clock. And I said, have you heard from your friend? And he goes, no. He said, but apparently they're, yeah. Well, I know what you're doing. It's keep going.
You get where I'm going with this.
Yeah.
No.
So he says no, but I see his, because I guess they are friends on Snapchat or something. He goes, his Snapchat location is still his work, so he hasn't left yet. He goes, I'm gonna text him.
Where does he work? Damn.
Planet Subaru.
Just bring it there.
So
After
I said,
hours and
so I was like, yeah. So
pay your boss an extra.
apparently that was the plan. He was going to meet him over there after hours, and he was going to get it in the thing. So I was like, okay, well. And the whole night I kept looking at Jay, and I'm like, I'm not getting my car back tonight. I'm not getting it back tonight. I said, and it's on the goddamn street. I'm freaking out. I'm like, oh God, I would never leave.
It's not safe to drive.
I would never leave my poor Subi on the street. I'm like a common criminal. Just sitting on the curb.
Gutter trash.
Yeah.
Trailer park trash.
My poor car.
Literally kicked to the curb.
So Sunday rolls.
Yeah.
I still have no car. And I'm like, okay, well, I don't know how I'm doing what I'm supposed to do today.
What do you have to
And, well, I was going to my parents and stuff like that. And I was like,
truck.
huh, well, here's the thing.
Tires fixed.
Daisy was not great.
Oh.
And I didn't want to take the truck and leave Jay with no means if she had an emergency situation.
Good thinking.
Yeah. And I thought, oh, I'll just ride with Nikki because Nikki goes over there too. And Nikki disappeared in the middle of the morning and I didn't see her. And I'm like, Jesus Christ.
Sneaking out.
So.
She's like a ninja.
I haven't seen her in months.
Yeah, she really is. I saw her last night. I was in the kitchen cleaning out the fridge and putting groceries away. And she pops her head in the thing. And she looks like she hasn't slept in 3 days, like crazy tired. And looks at me and goes, do you need help with anything? And I was like, no, you can go to bed. Because I knew that's where she was going.
Damn.
So my nephew texted me. I'm back on Sunday.
All right.
So my nephew texts me and he goes, oh, I'm meeting my friend at 10. We're going to take care of your car. If there's enough time. AM. If there's enough time, we're going to do the coolant pipes too. And I'm like, oh. At this point, I'm like.
Yeah, but you had the
what?
coolant pipes here at the house?
The coolant pipes. No, the coolant pipes were in the
right,
trunk. Yeah.
Good. All right. Nice.
That little trunk.
Yeah, my poor little
fit.
trunk.
2 for 1 deal, huh?
Yeah. So now I'm like, oh, that would be great because at least it would make all this, 2 days without my car worth it, right?
Right.
So I don't hear from him at all. And I don't want to text him because I'm like, if he's working on my car, I don't want him to have to stop what he's doing to text me back.
I'm busy.
So I finally hear from him at it's between 1:30 and 2.
All right. That's been
And he
4 hours.
goes, yeah. So he goes, okay, your car is fixed. Couldn't do the coolant pipes. Apparently, he did all the work, and his friend just let him throw it up on the lift.
Nice.
And it's.
So how'd he get the bolt out?
He goes, he drilled it out or something. I have no idea.
Damn.
So he got it out. It's all fixed.
All right.
He goes, runs great. I'm like, it ran great before. So
You didn't do it. You did a control arm that had nothing to do with the running of the engine.
So he's like, runs great, rides fantastic. I'm like,
Okay.
it rode great before. So he goes, I'm meeting Nikki to help her with something, and then I will be at your house. And I'm like, okay.
Okay.
So
Same day?
same day.
Same day service.
So now I'm sitting here and I'm waiting. I'm waiting and waiting, waiting. And now it's like 3:30. And I still have heard, I've heard nothing. I've heard no update. I've heard no, I'm on my way. Nothing. Now,
Pulls the driveway. Beep, beep.
now I get a text from Nikki. And she goes, have you heard from Enzo today? And I went, not since 1:30. He said he was going to help you. And she goes, I haven't seen him. And I went, oh.
Damn.
And now I'm just,
This is a good start.
I mean, aside from my nephew being missing, I'm like, my car!
My poor car.
Where is my car?
Dude, where is my car?
My
I texted-
newly fixed car.
I text him. No answer. Right? So
No one calls them anymore.
Yeah. So I'm like, I mean, I didn't even bother to call him because she goes, he's not picking up his phone. So I'm like,
Probably dead.
so that's great.
No, the phone, not him.
So,
The
I
phone
thought-
probably died of the battery. You couldn't.
So I'm like, oh my God. And now begins like
The search.
2 hours of pure panic from everybody I'm related to going, where the hell is he? Where is he? And
He was in Hanover.
Nikki, he was. And Nikki so I said to Nikki, I said, listen, he was supposed to go and help you. And she goes, yeah, I know. And she goes, but he never showed up. And then I left at like 2:30. And I was like, so you haven't been where he was going to, because she was at her work or something. So I was like, you haven't been there since like 2:30. And she goes, no. And it's like 3:30 now. So I'm like, okay. So my thought was he probably went to my parents' house because that's where I would be. And he probably thought Nikki was there already. So I said, he's probably over there. Now, her other brother was there. So she texted him and he's like, yeah, he ain't here. So I'm like, oh, what the fuck? So I said,
Search
okay.
continues.
So I look at Jay and I said, why don't you just drive me to my parents' house? I said, because I have a thing, that's where my car is going to end up. I was like, he's not going to come here. It's going to end up there. And then I'll be here and my car will be there. And I don't want to be here if it's there.
Oh, this is great.
So he's like, okay. So I'm driving. On the way there, Nikki calls me.
Yeah.
Now, Enzo's girlfriend's name is Sarah.
All right.
Now, Nikki had been trying to get a hold of Sarah to find out if she was with him, like where he is.
Right.
And she goes, no, he went to meet up with you. So now
3 hours ago.
now she's upset because he was supposed to be going this way and then coming to me, and nobody knows where he is.
Someone's lying here.
Well, yes and no. So she's now texting me. I didn't even know she had my number. But she goes, do you have a GPS? This is what she said to me. She goes, do you have a GPS like on your car? And I wrote it back. I wrote it back and I said,
Tracker?
I said, Sarah, I'm usually in my car. I know where my car is.
I want to be in my car.
I know where my car is normally.
In my driveway.
I was like, I don't.
Today is not a normal day.
I can't do that. But then I Googled it, and Subaru apparently has a Starlink thing where you can track your car.
Oh, nice.
But it's like a paid service or something.
I
don't have that.
A car is stolen. You got to pay for it.
I'm screwed on that.
Oh, damn.
So I'm almost at my parents' house. All of a sudden, I get a notification on my doorbell. I open up the app. I'm still on the phone with Nikki because she went to her work, has 2 different offices. She went to both of those offices looking for him. One's in Brockton and the other is in like West Bridgewater.
Okay.
So she's
Next
like,
town over.
yeah. So then she's like, I'm just going back to Grandma's house. I'll see you there. So my doorbell goes off. I'm on the phone with Nikki. I look and I go, oh, my car! And there's my nephew standing in my doorbell.
The prodigal son returns.
I turn my because it has a mic, so I turn the mic on and I
Where
go,
the hell are you?
I go, hey man, how are you? And he goes, oh. And I said, what has happened?
I got pulled
And he
over by the
goes,
police.
No. He goes, my cell phone died.
I knew it. I fucking knew it.
His cell
call.
phone
Didn't your
died.
car have a charger?
Well, just wait. His cell phone died in the middle of Nikki telling him where he should meet her.
Okay.
So he
Meet me at
tried to guess where to go. It didn't work out well. So I said, Enzo, do you have what kind of iPhone? Because he has an iPhone. I said, what kind of iPhone do you have? And he told me the thing, and I said, is it USB-C? And he goes, yeah. No, actually, I think he said it was Lightning. And I said, if you look in the armrest where the USB-C plugs in, I have a Lightning cable for the older phones because that's what Jay has. I said, you could have charged your phone.
You didn't know.
And he goes, I stopped at O'Reilly's and got a charger. He goes, it's not charging at all. And I was like, really? I said, well, that sounds like a your phone problem
Yeah.
and not a Tara's cable problem.
Right.
So he goes, yeah. So now like, apparently Nikki, while she was hearing all this, texted his girlfriend and said, he's now at Tara's house. And she's like, I'm almost there. I don't know how she got my address or what,
Creeper.
but she got my address and she was almost at my house. So I was on the
Stalker.
thing with him and I said, listen, she's almost to you. Just wait. And he goes, oh, okay. And in my head, I'm thinking, oh, he's probably going to get lit up one side and down the other because she's not happy. So
Doghouse.
I was at my parents' house. So finally he shows up.
Yeah.
And he's explaining the whole thing. And then he told me how he fixed the car, and I forget because it was a whole thing. And I was like, wow. And then I looked at his girlfriend and I said, I hope you don't think I was being flippant when I said the thing about the GPS, like I'm always in it. And she goes, no, I thought it was funny. And I said, well, good. And then I said, I didn't know they had Starlink and that's something that I could even do. And then Enzo looks at me and goes, you can't do that. And I said, why not? And he goes, that's illegal in Massachusetts. You can't track the vehicle that way. And I went, son of a bitch. Even if I subscribed to this service, I wouldn't have been able to track the vehicle because they would have said no.
You lose!
Yeah.
Good day, sir!
So he was fine. Everybody was all, where is he? I was all, where is my car? Because I figured he
So
was
it's
fine.
fixed.
I figured he was fine. Yeah,
Yay.
it's all fixed. And then he looks at me and he goes, I'm going to talk to my other friend about using his lift and we'll do the coolant pipes. And I was like, okay. And he goes, they actually don't look that bad. It can wait a few weeks. And I'm like, I think I need a breather after all this. It's like, I don't think I can handle.
Snap. Whoops.
I don't think I can handle back-to-back problems.
When he's ready to do those,
Yeah?
first thing you should tell him is, okay,
Charge your phone.
is your phone charged? Then he says, yes. Okay, you can work on my car then.
I know it.
Do you need the blowtorch for this job?
I don't think so. I know it's going to be a pain in the ass because the pipe like wraps around a bunch of stuff. So you have to, yeah, it's going to be a pain in the butt. That's why he has to get it up on the lift.
All of his face. Ah,
Yeah.
cool.
Oh, yeah. When he opened up the hood, because I had just arrived there 2 minutes prior, he opens up the hood and he goes, ooh, she's hissing today.
She's angry.
I said, she sure is, because it's hot.
Not going to be hot.
Yeah. Okay, did we have a winner?
Yes, we did have a winner. Congratulations, Yvonne.
Hey!
She guessed the movie was Naked Gun. The first one.
Props
Not
for
2
knowing
and a
Naked
half
Gun.
Or 2 1/4, whatever it is.
Yeah.
Naked Gun 3 and the 3.
3 and a third.
So
33
she
and a
gets
third.
3 gift cards.
Wow.
So this week's
Won the whole
This
pot.
week's movie code is worth 1 gift card, Dunkin' Donuts, You comment the name of the movie on the YouTube video. If you're correct the first, you win. Sean also has a quote too, but I'm gonna do mine first. Are you ready?
Maybe.
I was born a poor black child.
Ooh, I know this one.
Comment below.
You don't look it.
All right, Sean, what do you got?
Yeah.
Is yours worth a gift card, or is it just
Yep.
for shits and giggles?
Nope. Mine's going to be worth for a $5 gift card as well.
All right. So a twofer.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right, proceed.
All right. It's a quote, but it's like a quick back and forth between two people.
All right.
Tire world. Hello, Lou. This is Charlie Donovan. How would you like to manage the team this year? I don't know. What do you mean you don't know? This is a chance to manage in the big leagues. Let me think it over, will you, Charlie? I got a guy on the other line about some white walls. I'll talk to you later.
Okay.
I actually know what
Comment
that film
below.
is. I know what that one is. I'm proud I know that one is. That's two. I know them both.
All right.
And I can't
You
even
win.
I can't even participate. How you like that shit? But thank you so much for joining us. We'll see you next time. Before I send it down the table, here's your fun fact of the week. The movie Jaws is considered the first summer blockbuster ever. Up until then, summer was traditionally when the worst movies were dumped in the theaters.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting. Have a great weekend.
Have a good everything.